Best esports game. That is a lot of words. Baziska is he's kind of calling me with that name.
My most anticipated game out of this entire list is actually Hogwarts Legacy.
And you're canceled. Best action game. Should we sing it together, Bino?
One of these things is not like the other.
One of these things just doesn't belong. What the fuck, Call of Duty? Who paid Jeff Keighley off to put you in this category? As much as I would like to give it to Sifu, Bayonetta 3's story might be some hot dookie water in the middle of the Sahara Desert, but that combat system, that is one thing you will never take away from Platinum Games. Best VR AR.
I'm sorry, I gotta call a meeting on this one. Emergency meeting. I'm hitting the button. Among Us.
The emergency meeting for me is the fact that a bitch is too broke to buy a VR headset.
Same. I'm sus. That's it. Among Us.
I'm gonna have to give the best VR to Fallout 76.
Boom.
Next category is innovation and accessibility.
My answer is cut, dry, and clear. I'm giving it to The Last of Us Part 1 because the innovation and accessibility for re-releasing an 8-year-old video game and that's got to be the most innovative thing I have seen from a gaming development studio in years.
But I'm gonna have to give it to God of War Ragnarok because I have gone through the option settings and there is an actual accessibility settings in God of War Ragnarok. There is a lot. Best community support.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and say none of these video games.
But I'm gonna give it to No Man's Sky. The game might have been raggedy, but I did notice that when they were getting their shit together, they were communicating with their fans and were letting their fans know what was going on. And when they brought this game from the depths of hell, they still kept up with communication with their fans to where now people enjoy the game. And
I'll ride with you on the No Man's Sky vote simply because if I see another fucking pair of characters in Final Fantasy 14 fucking on my timeline, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
Best mobile game.
There is one answer here, and it is objectively correct, and that is Diablo Immortal. Because if you don't have phones, you're a fucking idiot.
Don't you guys have phones?
Don't you guys have tens of thousands of dollars to progress in our mobile game?
I'd have to say, seeing games like Apex Legends as a mobile app, you want to earn streak cred with me? Play Apex Legends on the Switch.
Ooh.
I've actually downloaded Apex Legends on the Switch, and my Switch suddenly got hepatitis.
Why is Genshin Impact on this list?
Genshin Impact is sort of like the coronavirus at this point, because just when you think it's gone, it's not really gone, even if you don't see it.
We just get different Genshin variants.
I'm gonna vote for Genshin. Best indie.
I'm giving it to Cult of the Lamb.
Ooh, I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like this is like the one that's in the running. Shockingly, there was like a few friends of mine that actually made me a character in their playthroughs.
Yeah.
They made me one of their little followers, and we did like a cute little dance together to pledge my allegiance to them as Satan.
Doing the Luddy, and
from what I've seen of it, it's fun, it's cute, it's adorable. And that's the thing about cults. It is very true to its name. Next. Best ongoing. I swear, some of these categories feel like they are made just so that a specific game that everybody really, really wants on the voting staff to win an award, another chance to get that award.
True. Final Fantasy 14 isn't winning again this year. It's going to be Apex Legends or Fortnite or Destiny 2.
You don't understand, Bino, the power of Fortnite. Okay, Fortnite has Travis Scott in it.
Apex Legends still in the year of our Lord 2022 is probably the most underrated multiplayer game. There's not a lot of people playing right now, but they still continue to create characters that are innovative, that are unique, that do not feel like other characters in other games. The movement is incredible, and as much as we like to shit on Apex Legends for not being Titanfall 2, the movement has evolved to a level of almost Titanfall 2 smoothness and speed. And somehow they have managed to acquire a level of polish in a multiplayer video game, especially a shooter video game, that is kind of unmatched in the industry right now. So I'm going with Apex Legends. That's my vote. Final answer.
I felt that because I was gonna sell out and be like, I pay $13 a month for Final Fantasy 14, so I have to justify that bad financial decision that I really didn't want to pay for this month. Gotta give it Final Fantasy 14. Call me a shill because they definitely didn't pay for that vote. Next, now we have come to the games for impact category.
Now I'm gonna have to pull myself back from this category because I don't know a fucking thing about any of them.
I'm not gonna hold you. This might get edited out. I have no clue about any of these games.
I'm hitting the eject button.
I'm gonna give it to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist because that That is a title. Truthfully, I can't really vote for any of these because I have no clue what any of them are.
I'm a follower, not a leader, so I was a teenage exocolonist at one point in my life too. I'm hitting that vote.
You know what? We are some colonizers. Best performance. This is a bit difficult because they are all great.
Christopher Judge is really fucking serving face right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Christopher Judge.
I'm gonna have to give it to this man too because as much as I try to imitate Kratos' voice, that is just a level of bass and baritone that cannot be replicated by anyone. I sound like I have halitosis. I'm gonna give it to Christopher Judge.
Christopher Judge. I have to give a little bit of a preface because the next however many categories going forward, I only have one answer for every category.
Well, gee, I wonder what it is. Oh, so what you're saying is that Stray deserves the next 5 categories.
Yeah, I'm not kidding you.
Best audio design. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really have much of a stake. As long as everything sounds balanced, it's okay with me.
Gran Turismo. I'm sure the cars sound really good when they rev up.
I'm pretty sure all the audio in Gran Turismo is.
And this is where my favoritism begins.
This is where he gets bought off by From Software.
This is Miyazaki-san has paid me in full. Best audio design, hands down, goes to Elden Ring. If you've ever wanted to hear the crackling of flames hit your feet as a fire-breathing dragon pours just waves of flames down on you from 20 feet above and you get burned to a crisp and see the "you died" again for the 72nd time, you will hear every single lick of that flame touch your body while you burn to death.
I just have one question. Is that dragon, is his name Jake Long? Is he cool? Like a frozen sun?
Oh my god.
Best score in music.
I have to speak on my bias.
You hear this corporate chill right here?
I'm sucking From Software's toes.
Okay, so you're looking like Patrick when he was playing with them hooks.
Yes.
Best art direction. To be honest, this is like another category for me personally that I could see any of these winning, especially scoring. Stray, that is a great high fidelity looking cat.
I'm ride or die getting my paycheck.
He's 100% Bandai Namco representative.
Best narrative. Clearly the winner here is God of War Ragnarok. I think even as a From Software fanboy getting paid off by Miyazaki, God of War Ragnarok still wins this. Best narrative can't go to Elden Ring specifically just because even as good as it was for me as a FromSoft player of these games, the narrative was still pretty difficult to grasp onto no matter how good it was. And typically you have to have the story told in a manner that's kind of easy to digest. And Elden Ring, From Software in general, just really doesn't make their story digestible. You really do have to dig.
I voted for God of War. Next! Best game direction.
Can I grandstand a little bit here?
Even hard.
Can I grandstand?
He's trying to get his Bandai Namco brownie points back.
Yep, I'm getting my brownie points back. We had to go with the God of War last round. I had to give them their kudos, but I'm going to run through it really quick. Elden Ring, truly, no matter what game you play for the next 5 or so years, this game absolutely revolutionized the way that we will ever see open world video games played ever again. They took that Ubisoft, like, disgusting user experience, go to the top of a mountain and look out over, press the A button and get your map revealed bullshit. They took that completely out of the window and they somehow managed to make a 120-hour action RPG that is focused around killing bosses that you have to dig through item descriptions to find the story and make every inch of an open world not only enjoyable but interesting. You keep searching for the next cool little corner of their map, and where you're going will always lead to another like interesting little spot. It is literally the definition of an innovation in open world.
I think that as much as I would want for God of War to have best game direction, I would give it to Elden Ring too.
Yeah, I'm glad we're both shilling From Software right now.
Listen, a bitch got bills to pay. I'm trying to get a check from Bandai Namco too. Next! Now we have come to the main event. What deserves to be Game of the Year?
Game of the year.
The year. What is your game of the year, Bino?
Let me just say
Is it Horizon Forbidden West?
Stray clearly is the winner here. Game of the year, I'm not bullshitting. You want to know why?
Why?
While I would give Game of the Year to Elden Ring, and I think all my friends would expect me to give Game of the Year to Elden Ring,
I am friend.
I can't give it Game of the Year because for me personally, it was not a complete experience, and it lost me about 3/4 of the way through, and the back 30 hours or so of that game literally made me want to quit. The boss designs were bad, they were hard to get through. Even for a From Software game, it was hard to digest some of the late game stuff that went on, especially the snow area. That snow area was fucking awful, and Godskin Duo can eat my whole asshole with, so I have to give it to Stray because I have not heard a bad word about that game. If there's a game that is complete and there's no negatives front to back, it would be that.
You really fucked up getting that Bandai Namco check, Bino. How could you, man?
I'm getting a phone call from Miyazaki right now. Hold on, I gotta take this. I'll be right back. What about you, Tess?
Me, this is gonna be a shocker, but I would actually give it to Elden Ring. And in this essay, I will explain why. I feel like Game of the Year is just more than just whatever this description is. I feel like this is just like a corporate description to give for Game of the Year. But I really feel like Game of the Year always goes to like a game that made a shit ton of people break out of their comfort zone and essentially like unify everyone into like having this like gigantic gaming experience where we are all playing this game at the same time, and we can literally see through social media everyone's reaction and everyone experiencing the game simultaneously.
It was a cultural moment.
Elden Ring definitely had that impact. I was finding out shit about Elden Ring and I didn't even play the game. Something about Elden Ring was just trending, from the whole discussions about difficulties, from the discussions about speed running, from people like playing the game with like very unconventional means, like playing it with a fucking Fisher Price xylophone, from people who had never played a From Software game playing Elden Ring, and they're sharing the joy of beating a boss and having that exhilarating feeling that makes From Software games appealing in the first place. Hearing them selling 17 million should not be a surprise with just how much this game was trending. And I think that's what deserves Game of the Year more. That's why I would give Game of the Year to Elden Ring. It was truly a game that you could not escape, from Dark Souls speedrunners to people who thought they would never touch a From Software game. It truly encapsulated the beauty of playing video games.
And this is where we take a second to recognize the fact that the next playthrough on this channel, Test the Fifth, is going to be Elden Ring.
The 200-hour game, I'm gonna need to like put like some vacation days for that game.
You're gonna have to quit your job. I mean, that's all right. That's not. We're not doing that. We're not making a responsible choice. Life choices. Yeah, I'm gonna match your Elden Ring energy real quick and just be like, I think Stray did that. I think there was a moment in time where the whole video gaming community that played Stray got to be a cat. Dog lovers, ferret owners, turtle washers, people that are allergic to cats. Everyone got to be a cat with a backpack. Elden Ring wins Game of the Year. Thank you again, Elden Ring. We're just doing we're just whiplashing everybody. Elden Ring, Elden Ring.
But that is going to end our nominations. Thank you so much, Bino, for joining me.
Thank you.
I hope some of you all out there watching this video also have the same agreements with us, and if you didn't, that's okay. That all of this is just fucking subjective.
Yeah, if you disagree with either of us, just hit us in the comments. I've got all the free time in the world, so I will be more than happy to argue with you about your take that is completely fucking wrong. All right, leave a comment, leave a like. If you leave a dislike, we don't even see that shit, so who gives a fuck? Maybe I'll be back on the channel, but thank you, Tess, for having me. I love you very much.
Maybe.
My best friend.
Maybe. That is an absolute.
See you next time.
And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and Elden Ring is gonna win everything. Peace.
Peace.